Tottenham Hotspur have just signed Timo Werner.
A lot of Fortnite.
However, a reliable source Fabrizio from Romero has just told us that Timo Werner has come to Spurs to win trophies. Spurs bottling the Champions League final to Liverpool, using Harry Kane to Bayern, sacking Jose Mourinho before a Carabao Cup final. The list goes on.
You're a joke.
So today we'll be rebuilding Spurs with new signings Timo Werner and Radu Drăgușin to finally fix their mistakes and finally break the curse on actually winning some silverware. So here we have it then, we have arrived at Spurs. Got a new stadium, we've got a new manager, and the Kangaroo has been sacked after dropping a little bit of performance with Spurs in real life. I mean, he had a very good start, but they have slowly dipped back to their real reality of not winning anything and not going for it at all. I mean, it was looking good, but where did it all go wrong? Also losing to Harry Kane, as we just saw, to Bayern Munich, but they have for the likes of Timo Werner and that Romanian from Genoa in Drăgușin. I probably butchered his name, but the game is the game we play on. However, in this rebuild today, ladies and gentlemen, we have disabled in Season 1 any European football because last season Spurs did come 8th, so it does make sense for them not to get anything in this career mode here today. Now we need to go and assess the team and see where things went wrong for Big Ange and also Spurs over the last couple of years. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the team. I've just had a little quick go for it. I feel like this is the formation I want to go with. However, I do not want to go Timo Werner as the striker. I feel like with the pace he has got, I want to convert him into a winger. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is play more on the right hand side and maybe go for a brand new striker, because let's be honest, Timo Werner and Richarlison, yes, they're goal threats, but they're not putting up the numbers. Werner in the German league went a bit slacky in the RB Leipzig and did it for Chelsea as well, and Richarlison only just hitting form, but I feel like he's be better off as a rotational striker for Spurs, or sometimes coming on in the wing. The rest of the team, I'm pretty happy for the rest of the season. We got Pape starting in the middle with Højbjerg. Also, there's been a lot of injuries, the same with Benchko. I think he's actually injured again, the poor lad. I believe it was Matty Cash that injured him again, so very bastardly move there from him. But he probably will go in for Pape for now. And I feel like, to be honest, Gil, I think he could probably get sold. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of game time, I do believe. Not really the player for Spurs. Perisic's got to go. I think Solomon I do rate. And also, Brendan Johnson is a megastar to behold. I feel like he could be an absolute baller in the near future. However, don't think he's going to get over Solomon, to be honest. I mean, I like Johnson, but I feel like I want to use him as a bit of a prospect and loan him out and use him as a prodigy for Spurs in the near future. However, before we make some signings, especially for the striker role, we have got to look at the board here, see what they want us to do in Season 1. Youth development here is quite a lot, but it is a main pro. However, with the budget of 108 million, I don't think we'll really deep dive into it this season, or maybe next season, who knows, even the whole bloody challenge. But we will have a little gander at it, just to maybe tick it off and satisfy the people above. But exposure right now, get 10 wins this season, that should be absolutely fine. Replace 3 players from the team, easily could do that. As we said, we want to sell some players. Financially, within 3 seasons, increase your club worth by 25% through player sales and competition prize money rewards. Easy peasy. Domestic sense, this is where it's going to get interesting right here. Finish in a European Champions League spot, so right, we could definitely do that. And also they want us to win the FA Cup. So with Spurs also being a bit cursed in real life from the last couple of years, to be honest, they don't win any silverware, because this is a team that just don't do it. They don't do it. They haven't found their sweet spot. They've gone through managers, they've gone through players, they haven't done it. So this is going to be quite a hard task to do in Season 1, but I'm up for the task. I reckon we could do it. So with a few days going by, we can finally see some players departing from Tottenham Hotspur. Starting off with Bryan Gil going to Wolves for 17.3 million. That leaves the Argentine striker going out on loan to Sporting. Brendan Johnson to Barcelona on loan as well. And lastly, a bit of a surprise, Ben Davies to Newcastle for 8 mil to make the wave from new signing Drăgușin into the team. Which kicks off our campaign on signing new players in Jonathan David, the brand new striker for Spurs for Season 1 and for entirety of this channel, I do believe. The Canadian has done well this season in 24 games, contributing 10 goals and 6 assists, and anyone that knows him, this guy gets team of the season after team of the season, goals after goals, and this is what he needs. He needs a big step up. He needs to prove himself in a bit of a harder league than the League One division, and I think he will be a perfect suit for Tottenham in real life. A quick snappy striker up top. Got a game face as well, which is another plus sign. The new number 11, interesting number, but I reckon he can do the job. However, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't help myself. We went and got as well Ismail Benacer from AC Milan. However, to make this deal possible, we did swap out, unfortunately, Højbjerg plus 20 million for him. I feel like he's a very good player. He's a bit of a step up from Højbjerg. Yes, I do like Højbjerg in real life, and so does many Spurs fans. But you gotta think, this guy is basically the Algerian Kante. He's an absolute unit. And once again, I think it's the time for him to have a bit of a step up in the Premier League from going from Milan to Spurs. A new rebuild, fresh new players. I reckon he's going to be a bit of a threat in the Premier League. So we're nearly there, ladies and gentlemen, to simulate to the end of the season and see how this Spurs team gets on in season. Before we get on to that, we have got a couple of more things to get through. And one of them being the coach management and tactical vision. Now, looking at the team here, we've got a lot of pacey players. That is what I'll say. And I think Madison is just going to bounce around Timo, Werner, Jonathan David and Heung-min Son. So I feel like I'm going to go tiki-taka. I was going to go wing play, but I think tiki-taka could be the best bet with Benacer and Benjamin just in behind Madison as well. And for the coaches, we will be hiring a maximum of 8, I do believe you could do on this game. So we'll get that done. And then we'll go have a look at the Youth Academy to see if any of them have brought back any future stars in the near future. So here's the scout that has come back with some potential players that could be in the Spurs team in the near future, and I feel like the only one standing for me is this Adam Thomas here, 16 years old but a market value of 1.2 mil, which I do like. I feel like our backup keeper isn't really there, and I think with Velasquez in goal, I feel like he is definitely going to be the number 1 for the near future, maybe the whole challenge. However, I feel like having a decent young backup goalkeeper is definitely the right spot right there. In the goalkeeper department, I don't think there's any outstanding players right here. And I believe on the other scout as well, I don't think there's anyone really particular that can make it into this team. Which leads me to summarise this team right here before we simmer to the end of the season. As you can see, the new striker in David up top, with the likes of Madison coming back from injury, same with Benjamin in the DM/cam role. New signing Timo Werner in the right wing spot, with Heung-min Son, the captain, in the left wing spot. Mickey van der Ven, Romero, Pedro, Adogi and Vicario in goal and defence to the defensive line. And also brand new signing Drăgușin, rotating hopefully with these two throughout the rest of the season. But this is what I was on about with Foster and that Youth Academy player. I feel like eventually he will go into that. I might actually quickly do that now later before we simulate, because he is 16. We can actually bring him in, and he's 62 overall. Adam Thomas, we're going to bring him in right here, and we're actually going to take out Foster and actually switch them around. As you can see, Solomon is there as well, so hopefully, and Basoma, they will all get rotated through. I'd like to see maybe Saw at 80 overall near the end of the season. That'd be very good indeed. But I'm pretty confident that we can maybe get top 4. I hope we hit our objectives. Hopefully we don't get sacked. Let's see how he gets on. So here we have it then, getting to the end of the season. We lost the big giants there in Arsenal, the rivalry. We lost to Liverpool. This ain't good. Can we beat Burnley? We have 2-0. Man City, a tough challenge there, 3-2. And the last game going against Sheffield. We're in the orange majority, but where have we come in the league?
To be honest,
And we've come 5th, so we could be on the verge of getting Europa League next season and just potentially missing out on Champions League. Let's see if we can get Champions League football or not. We're going against Sheffield United here. We're going to go and play it away. Can we get the win? We can get the win, but Liverpool need to lose their game, and they won 2-0, which means we will get Europa League for next season. However, how did we get on with the cuts? I think I'll take that. I think they won't sack me, Spurs. Hopefully they bloody won't. In the next season, I think we go for the Europa League, and maybe in the 3rd or the 4th, we can go for the double. I feel like this team has got something cooking. Who won the league? Arsenal won the league. They finally didn't ball it to Man City. Newcastle comes 2nd. United 3rd, Liverpool 4th, and Manchester City come in 7th. Pep Guardiola could be on the verge of getting sacked right there.
What was the mistake?
However, though, looking at the FA Cup, it looks like it's going to be Leicester versus Everton. Oh, we got knocked out in the semis by Leicester. A championship side are in the FA Cup. Fair bloody play. I think if we beat them, we could have been fairest to win the FA Cup against Everton. But it is what it is, really. I mean, Carabao Cup, have you done anything there? Liverpool win that. Where did we get knocked out to here then? Can we find it? Sometimes it takes bloody ages to find, and we got knocked out by Man City. Fair enough. There I do. I mean, my mighty team there in Plymouth Argyle beating Arsenal. I mean, fair play to the Janners right there. However, though, let's see who the outstanding players are this season for season 1. Rightio, so here are the outstanding players for season 1, and my hunch was right. Jonathan David is leading the goal scoring tally by storm, getting the most goals for Spurs this season, gone up by +2 as well. The Canadian, like I said, I think he's going to be a massive go for it. And he's proved me right. 23 goals, but Heung-min definitely the player of the season. We're getting 13 assists for his name. You expect him to be up there. But one player I feel like that has really disappointed me is James Maddison. I expected him to get probably like stats like Kulusevski and Son, but he hasn't really lived up to the hype. I mean, I'm definitely not going to get rid of him, but hopefully in the next season he'll pick his bloody game up, because that is the next active tool. But new signing Timo Werner as well. I mean, he's had a decent season, only 14 appearances, because I feel like Kulusevski probably played more, but when he has been played, I mean, not too bad. Not too bad. If you just look at the Premier League stats, 6 goals and 3 assists in 14 games, I don't think that's too bad. In the FA Cup, he had a decent run as well. There's nobody else that hasn't really done that as well. Brendan Johnson has gone up by +1. Villas has gone up by +2. Gone to Sport, and I thought I sold him to Man United. Fair enough. But it is, well, sorry, loaned him out, if I recall myself right there. Basoma played 13 games, but I reckon he probably wants to leave, and he has. He does want to leave. I mean, he was pretty much on the bench, I think, this season, because also we've had new ballers coming into the team. Pape Sarr, I was hoping he'd go up to a OT overall, but he's down to 76. Maybe a nice cheeky loan spell in season 2 will probably be the best for him right there. And unfortunately, Giovanni Lo Celso has a transfer request as well. So maybe a new rotational cam for next season. But we have got this Alfie Devine coming back, who's a bit of a hot prospect in the English division for Port Vale. So probably he'll be the backup cam right there. Not a bad season, but next season I think we need to go for the Europa League and then see if we can progress from there. So season 2 has arrived with Spurs coming off from last season, also coming in the 5th position, which means we have got Europa League. We've actually got some European competition in season 2 for Spurs this season, not like we had in season 1. But looking at our squad here, I can't really see anything to improve, to be honest, because I mean, the only way I would say it needs improvement, we need a new backup cam, and the reason why I say that is Lo Celso has left the club. He has agreed to leave the club and go to Inter Miami for a whopping, I think, 20 odd million, around that figure. But look at the cash we've got. We've got 163 million to play with this season. But like I said, I don't think we really need to go for someone. I think a new rotational cam is probably where Spurs needs to sign and improve for this season. So it's doing just simulate up to the pre-season. We're probably not going to go for this, as I don't think we really need it, especially with the budget we have. But however, there has been some business done in the transfer market. Looking at our teams now, you can see that we have brought in Gibbs White from Nottingham Forest, the team that we actually got Brendan Johnson for, who's still on loan to Barcelona. He will be back in the next season. 25 million we pay for him. He will be the rotational player in the cam row. A decent player indeed. He's been stepping up in the Prem. But finally, we have got the main man, Adam Thomas, loaned out as well to Havera AC. Basoma, we gave him the option to Dortmund or Chelsea. We left it to his agent. I was like, you know what, you do you. He has picked and gone to Chelsea, staying in the Premier League. And also, Regan coming back from loan. He has gone to Fulham for 12 million. Without further ado though, let's have a look at our objectives for this season from the Bournemouth Youth Academy. Long term, we could still be there. We've got one remaining season, but it is on a medium. Ranks for us on one of the best players in the world, 82 plus overall. We potentially might have to do that because it is a critical. So maybe one more sign. We've got a lot of money, so it can be done. Get 10 clean sheets this season. Financially, within 3 seasons, that's absolutely fine. Domestic, they want us finished in the Champions League spot now, which was one away. Unfortunately, Liverpool won their game, so we got pushed out to the Europa League. And Continental, they want us to win the Europa League, which, to be fair, I think we can do. I reckon we can do that. So let's have a look on the market a little bit more and see where we can get that crucial player to tick off that objective from the board above. So here we have it then. We have simulated a couple of more days, and it looks like we have got to the stage of match day for our first game in season 2 against Liverpool. However, before we simulate to the end of the season, we have made more transfers, and I can reveal them right now. As you can see, the top one, the main man, Tchouameni, joins Spurs. But however, with a swap deal with Ben Shakur, I mean, I was just assessing the rest of the team. Where can we improve? And to be honest, I didn't really want to get rid of him, but because of the board said we need to sign like a crucial player, I feel like we need a little bit of an upgrade, and why not get a World Cup winner in the Frenchman from Real Madrid in Artlist Tchouameni, an absolute unit in the middle, can play all over the park, got so many better stats than him. It's just a massive upgrade. We did see here with Alfie Devine, he could be the backup cam for Madison this season. However, because we got Gibbs White in, we've got him in on a loan to Southampton. Bit of a controversial one, this one. Mickey Van der Ven going on loan to Manchester United. They need centre backs. They came in for him. So I was like, you know what, might as well go, because we can focus all our tasks on our brand new centre back. That's just the one in real life, the Romanian Indusaskan at the back, wherever you pronounce it right there. This one's a bit of a controversial one.
You done lost your damn mind.
Before he attacked me, I did offer him about 3 or 4 teams to be loaned out. I think one was Borussia Dortmund, Aston Villa, and I believe Newcastle, and then Arsenal. But he decided to join Arsenal, so it's out of my hands. A very ratty move there from Jadon Spence right there. In double, he gets sold to Fulham, and also the rest is history with Gibbs and Thomas, as we saw before. So not too shabby in team. I'm pretty confident this team now can do absolutely wonders. I'm hoping Drăgușin can grow to be an 80 overall now that there's no one really higher overall than him in the team, except really than Rundon. But I feel like this kid has definitely got more potential than this guy right here coming back from Leeds. Decent team. Hopefully we can get maybe top 3, and who knows, maybe get a bit of silver and get into the Europa League final. Let's find out. So here we are then. We have simulated to the end of the season. We actually beat Liverpool away, but then we have lost to the Italian side. I'm not too sure who that is. We need a massive comeback, and we've won. We've won it on pens 2-2, which we might be in a semi-final in the Europa League here. Or is it a final? I think it's in a final against Real Betis, which is unbelievable. The question is, where have we come in the league? 74 points at West Ham. And we're in the top 4. I think we have potentially got Champions League football. We need to win this game here. And I think we have done it easy peasy. Madison's very tired, but can he get it done today? We win 2-1. It's anyone else bottled? Liverpool and Arsenal have drawn. So where does that finish in the table? And it is a Real Betis final at the NHP Arena. But let's have a look at some of the other things first. Let's just get a confirmation on the Premier League. We have come third. Man City have restored order with Pep Guardiola. Liverpool, that seems a little bit more realistic, doesn't it? I mean, the first season it was a bit off the charts, but now Spurs are back in the Champions League football and on the verge of finally winning some silver in the Europa League. FA Cup time now. Newcastle, Villa was still missing out on this one. When did we get knocked out of here then? That is the question. Where can we bloody find it? We lost to Brentford in the round of 4, 3-2. Not too bad there. Fair play to Brentford. The Carabao Cup though, Man United have won it 2-1 against West Ham. Where did we come in this one? We're not doing really good in them when Man United did knock us out 3-1 right there. However, like I said though, we have got the Europa League, which is very nice to see. Hopefully we can beat Real Betis in the final. No messing around. We're going to simulate right up to it, get into it, and see if we can get the result. So here we have it then. The match day has arrived. Looking at the team here is very decent. There's probably like one standout player, and we all know it. He is the rat in Fekir, and a former Arsenal man in Bellerin in the right back row right there. Let's have a look at the team then. Madison is injured. Well, he's not injured. He's got a red card, which is not very good at all. So it looks like Gibbs, well, he's had a decent season. He's gone up a lot, and overall we'll be going. We'll just go and do gain Scarlet right there. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A quick sim. Can Spurs finally win a bit of silverware? Let's find out. And we do, and it is Benesha there, the guy from Milan, that scores in the extra time. And Spurs have finally won a bit of silverware in this rebuild.
It's about damn time.
So there is confirmation. We have won the Europa League. Finally, a bit of silver. I have as many donkey's ages here with Jose Mourinho, with Ange. Nothing's happening so far, but I've come in and we have finally won it. It looks like Benesha there, the guy that actually scored, is in the photo right there. Let's have a look at the outstanding players for season 2. So here's the outstanding players for season 2, and he has done it again. Jonathan Dave with 36 goals. Unbelievable. An average match rating of 7.7. It's ridiculous. 24 goals in the Premier League as well. Heung-min Son, a little bit lower from last season, I do believe, but still fantastic stats from our captain. Kulusevski getting 10 more points than Timo, the brand new signing. However, 9 goals in 15 games for Timo on that right wing spot is very good indeed. James Mann finally having a little bit better season. However, I think it needs to be a little bit better still. I'm going to be a bit harsh on him. 33 goal game, and 8 goals and 9 assists in the Premier League. I expect that to be about 15, to be honest with you. However, he has got 14 in all competitions, so I will take it right there. A lot of growth for in the whole team though. Mickey van der Ben has gone up by +2. He's played a lot of games for Man United. He actually went on to go and win himself a cup when we just saw that earlier. Many, he's been fantastic, getting 5 assists in the DM row. What a sign that has been. And Gibbs has gone up a lot as well, getting a lot of game time in the rotational cam row right there under your man, your boy, Madison. So just looking at the team now, I mean, you would say the obvious upgrade is Drăgușin, but we want to keep him in. He's one of the newest signings for the Premier League for Spurs in Brula, so he'll definitely be there. And to be fair, if we're going on to get into third position and a Europa League, he must be doing something right, so fair play to him right there. But I reckon in the next season, I mean, looking at the midfield, a little bit different, well, all over really, we're looking really strong. Who knows? Can we get to a Champions League final? Can we potentially win the Prem? Maybe the FA Cup? We'll have to find out. So here we are then. Season 3 is here with Spurs. Obviously last season finishing third but winning the Europa League means as well we do get the Super Cup opportunity against the Champions League winners PSG. Not too shabby indeed. As you can see from the team, the one change I have made is Mickey van der Ven goes in the centre back row over Drăgușin right here. He's actually got a red card in the Super Cup as well. I can't ignore the overall. I mean, Mickey van der Ven is a beloved fan as well for Spurs. A lot of people love him. He's got I cannot dodge the overall, lads. I just cannot do it. He's got to be in this team. However, though, Heung-min Son getting there with age, dropping to 86 now is making me a little bit worried. Hopefully, be absolutely fine near the end of the season, because maybe if we don't get the challenge done in season 3, he might be departed in season 4, and I would love to see him lift up the Champions League title. However, though, as you can see, Foster is gone and Adam Thomas is back as our rotational keeper now at 71 overall for Vicario right there. However, for this season, season 3, I'm actually going to change the tactical vigil, which is a little bit of a risk as they're all on gold now. I'm going to actually change it to counter-attacking because Madison, Werner, Jonathan Davidson are quite pacey players, and Benisha and Chouameni are quite skillful DMs as well. So I feel like this could be quite a very attacking team going forward, which leaves me similarly in a couple of days. But before we get into showing you who I have sold from the team, we're going to have to look at the objectives before we potentially sign anyone as well. Youth Academy, we're going to leave that now because we're in our third season. Short term, get a streak of 10 games without at least 1 goal scored this season. That should be fun. Win 2 seasons, sign 3 of the best players in the world, 83 overall. That's absolutely fine. Financially, we're absolutely fine there. And they want us to win the FA Cup, win the league, and actually win the Champions League. They want Spurs, a team that struggles to win trophies, to win the three-peat there, the treble. Very hard task indeed. But now, let's get into the people that I have sold. And as you can see, if I quickly show you, we have got a tremendous budget of 269 million to splash on this team here, which I do not know who to upgrade. Might be some more sacrifice to improve to get the megastars of world football in today's game. However, like I said, let's get into the transfer history. Let's not talk about gibberish right now. Oliver Skip goes to Crystal Palace. They played his release clause, and I think that's a decent bit of value considering it's only 80 overall. Troy Parahey goes to Trabzonspor, which I believe is a Turkish team. This guy here, I didn't actually want to get rid of, but I couldn't turn down that 47 million. Elijah Velez here goes to Atletico Club, 81 to 21 years old, excellent prospect. Very good player indeed. So with that incredible budget we decided, and you can see who we got. We have gone and got Florian Wirtz here, that absolutely wonder kid from Germany. I said it, I mean, Madison, you're not being hit up the stats. And this guy, I mean, the age of 23, he's like 90 overall, 89. I'm not too sure, it's around that mark. We paid 120 million with, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, we needed sacrifices to make this kind of happen with Kulusevski. He comes in our new number 8, the new starting cam. Him and Madison's got to fight out in that cam row because there's a new kid on the block and he's from Germany in Florian Wirtz. Welcome to the team. So with Florian Wirtz going in, I thought he was an 89, nice and 90. There's so much competition in that camera. You got Madison, and don't forget you got Gibbs White, which to be honest, I cannot fit in the substitutions. I can't put more of Richardson, Sarr, Johnson, who's just come back from Barcelona. He's been brilliant form. Checking out his stats of camera right there. He has been fantastic. So I'm looking forward to seeing him and potentially playing with him in the near future. The rest of the team though, I generally don't know who to upgrade, to be honest with you. I mean, Mickey van der Ven coming back from Man United. He's gone up tremendously a lot as well. Romero's doing bits. Pereiro, Adoga, the Italian, Vicario. The list goes on. The team is looking fantastic. The question is, and the only thing left to do now is to simulate to the end of the season. And who knows, maybe do the quadruple with the Super Cup. Let's see if Spurs can do it. Here we are then, the end of the season has arrived. Looks like we're in the semi-finals. We beat Juventus away 1-0. We've beaten Arsenal away as well. We've beaten them at home. We're going on a bit of a winning spree here. We've beaten Chelsea. This is looking really good to potentially win the league here. Beating Bournemouth. We've got Luton, and it looks like we have got Sheffield in the FA Cup final. That should be an absolute walkover there. Who we got in the Champions League final? It is Barcelona. However, have we won the Premier League? And it is close.
Don't panic! Don't panic!
It is very close indeed. We are top of the table, but we have to beat Luton Town. This should be a win. If this isn't a win, then Spurs have done the ultimate ball right here. Have they done it? And they have, with Jonathan David. Of course it has to be him getting the winning goal, which means, actually to be fair, sorry, Man City actually drew in the end, which means Spurs have won the Premier League and are on the verge of doing the double slash the treble right now. However, let's have a look at the other competitions before we get into these finals. That should be an easy simulation win there against Sheffield. How about the Carabao Cup? And we didn't do it. Our rivals in Arsenal did that one right there. So we didn't get that. We got knocked out by Villa on penalties. Unai Emery has come and cursed me once again. The Super Cup though, have we done this? And we didn't, unfortunately. PSG, the Giants, killing Mbappe. The Champions League winners have absolutely smacked Spurs right there. But the Champions League final there is us against Barcelona. We've beaten Juventus that we've just seen. Look at the aggregate on Real Madrid versus Benfica. 7-6 on penalties on a 2-2. Unreal game. We've beaten Inter. Who else did we beat in the round of 16? We've beaten AC Milan 5-3 on aggregate. No messing around though. Let's get into this FA Cup final and see if we could do the double and potentially maybe the treble in the Champions League final. So here we have it then. Match day has arrived. Sheffield versus Spurs in Wembley. This could be huge for Sheffield, but this is surely going to Spurs here. Have they done it? And we have 4-2 with Jonathan David coming back from Barcelona, who we are playing in the Champions League final, getting the winning goal in the 71st minute. So 2 down, 1 to go. Can we do it? Let's just get right into these lineups straight away for the Barcelona final at the San Siro. So here it is in the Champions League final, but there is one man that's got a red card that I really wanted to play with, as it has just happened in real life in terms of just joining the club in Timo Werner, which means Johnston will be playing this final. A big test for him with Gibbs White, we're just going in right there. Going against his former team here. Johnston just come back from loan from Barcelona. Should be very intriguing indeed. But you can see why this team is absolutely dominant English football. I mean, it's pure 90s all around the stats. Can Heung-min get his hands on the 3rd trophy this season? Let's get into it. So here we have it in Champions League final time. And Tchouameni knows all about Barcelona, as he used to be at Real Madrid. So this should be a walk in the park for him to defend against these players. We haven't looked at Barcelona's team. We're going to leave that a bit of a mystery. But Mickey van der Ven here. Werner, very pacey centre-back. So we can actually run forward with him. Hence why the counter-attacking as well with the tactical change. Rafinha on the ball here, still twisting and turning, gives it to Isaac from Newcastle. Intriguing indeed. Rafinha goes into Pedri. He's definitely going to be the one to watch this game, and Mickey van der Ven does well. Ball rolls to player, well done indeed. Goes into Heung-min's son, getting there with evasion, overall is dropping, but still putting on a hell of a show for the Spurs team. Good little 1-2 here potentially going on. Brent Johnson, big step up for him today. Good play back inside to Johnston. Johnson, good goal away here, and Saliba from Arsenal does well. There's a lot of familiar faces here. Andy Robson as well. A lot of big stars in the Premier League are in this Barcelona team, which is very surprising. Out wide to Ferran Torres. Here goes Pedro Porro, and Pedro Porro comes out on top. Robson on the ball, gives it into Boom. Don't know who that is, but fair enough. Ferran Torres on the ball here. Cool Stevenson, the former Man City man, gives it to Isaac here. Isaac! And it's the former Newcastle man, the Swedish number 41, an odd number. But he has put Barcelona, the Spanish Giants, 1-0 up. They've got Hakimi. They've got so many big players in their team. It looks like they've just gone for a complete rebuild like kind of Spurs have with this rebuild here today. I think that was Radu I saw there, but a good little cutback from Ferran Torres. What a player he's become. And a great finish from Isaac. We need to bring back Spurs. We cannot be bowling in the 3rd. We've just got to relax on the ball here. Just take our time and build it up, because they're just going to maybe part the bus a little bit now. And Dogi just run in the middle. That's fine. It's not the best pass. There was an easy ball and he kind of messed that one up there. Not good at all. Pedri messed up. Tchouameni can't get the interception there. This is not looking good again. And luckily Vicario is on his toes to just grab that ball. He's probably fuming at defence there. This ran through so easily. And we're going again here with Benchikov. Can he get the pass off? Wrong player. And Rabat with the interception. Goes into Bove now. Into Rafinha. Rafinha plays it into Pedri. Pedri into Bove. It's a shot on target again. It is 2-0.
What's going on here?
To Barcelona, going into potentially the 2nd half as 100% the favourites to win this game here today. They got Virgil van Dijk as well. I mean, what is their transfer window? Unbelievable. They've nicked like literally 3 Liverpool players, it seems. Newcastle, Chelsea, PSG, you name it. They've built a super team, and they're absolutely battering Spurs. Right here, so we need to go before the half-time really, because we have got a mountain to climb if we go into the half 2-0 down. We need to wake up a little bit. Heung-min Son on the ball here. Got a bit of space to run into this gap actually. Can we get to David? David is through here. We've got to score. The defence is falling asleep here. We bring one back straight away. We're going to grab the ball. The main man, the guy that gets all the goals for us. I did say there was a gap there. And we have exploited it. Heung-min Son with a little just push right here just to just get past Saliba. And, well, the former Arsenal man is an absolute shocker. Normally he's your one you're relying at the back with Virgil as well to defend well. But that was a shocking bit of sleeping there from the Barcelona defence. And we'll take advantage of it. Rightio, game on. We have scored and retaliated straight away. So now this game is kind of level in a way. I mean, we just need that one goal and it's 2 goals apiece. We will take out Pedro on the ball, plays out to Rafinha. The Brazilian absolutely twisting Turgan and Dogan. Surprised he hasn't got a yellow card yet because he loves a yellow. But Mickey van der Ven has by far been our best defender. That's where that pace comes involved. That is why I played over Drăgușin. I'm so sorry, I cannot pronounce his name. I'm really butchering every time I bloody say it. But he could be potentially going through here. Pedro Porro could play it in to Wirtz. Wirtz inside to Jonathan David on the half turn. Oh, it's off the bar. It's an unbelievable strike, but still alive here for Spurs. Tchouameni on the ball. He's probably brought him down a bit harsh there, but could get a potential shot on target here, and it's gone in! That is why one of the reasons we brought him in. I said it when we got him in. He can do it all. He can shoot, he can defend, he can run, he can hold the ball. And we're getting an action replay of that power shot. What is the keeper didn't even bloody move? Ter Stegen, you've had a shocker. So what a way to turn back this game around from the players to the manager. Absolutely fantastic. That is why we're the champions of England and on the verge of doing this treble. They won it. They won it bad. Barcelona have absolutely had a shocker going near the second half. 2-0 up to 2-2. Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, one change, and that is Richarlison goes on for Brendan Johnson. We're going to stick him on the right side. I think he has played there for Spurs in real life, well, more of a winger approach, but he is on the pitch here today in the right spot. No James Maddison, no Gibbs White yet. No one there at all. Isaac played it in to Rafinha, but we have got Mickey van der Ven. He couldn't get the block up at Benasher, sorry, does the interception quite well. And now Richarlison, the pigeon. Fan favourite right here. Try and do some roulettes, does well. Looks like David could be through there, and again the defence is sleeping. Jonathan David is a great finish into the top right corner. I'm going to say it, I think if we win this today, and I see his stats are the same like every bloody season, he could win the Ballon d'Or. The Canadian could do it. That is fantastic. What has happened to their defence? It's so open at the back. I feel like I'm playing a bloody semi-pro or amateur difficulty defence here. It's just going through so easily. And we're absolutely poaching them past the Barcelona goalkeeper here. What a turnaround for Spurs. Pedro on the ball here, plays it into Rafinha. Can we get that there? Well from Tchouameni. Could be man of the match today. Son, can he find Richarlison? He can. A nice little flick on there to Wirtz. He's going to grab it potentially. Does well, and they point down. Virgil van Dijk with a disgusting penalty, and the German dives is what we love to see. This could be it. Could we win it here? Who's it going to take it? They're making a substitution. Both goes off for Thiago Almada. But he will take it. It goes down to our captain in Heung-min Son. Full power, bottom left-hand corner. And it's him again. It's Heung-min Son. And it's 4-2 in the Champions League final. Barcelona have collapsed at the back with Virgil, who is pronounced to be one of the best centre-backs in world football, has had an absolute stinker against the magician in Wirtz. Come on. So I'm very surprised. Honestly, we saw a different Barcelona in the first 30 or 40 minutes, and then all of a sudden, we've just stepped up a gear, and their defence has just gone sleeps. I don't know what's happened here, but Isaac, they need a bounce back now. I mean, we did it, but now can Barcelona do it? That's the question. Goes into Pedri. Mickey van der Ven does well. Goes into Almada. We can't get a hold of him. And it's 4-3. It's a 7-goal thriller in the Champions League final. And now Barcelona are trying to retaliate back. A terrible error there from Romero. I've got to say, I mean, what the hell was I doing there trying to tackle with the thin air? Not good at all. We need some subs fast. We need some fresh legs. Rightio, 2 substitutes. You can see him now. Benacer goes off. Romero goes off with Drăgușin and also Pape. So can they be the difference? Can they just hold on here? Here is on the ball. I'll keep pushing it, but Drăgușin, can he be the difference maker in terms of just holding this defence out to win the Champions League? The same goes with Pape Sarr, number 29. Hopefully he can make a difference as well. Good switch there from Tchouameni. We do get it with Pedro Porro though. If we have to, we park the bus. Goes into David. Inside again. Papisar needs you to run with it, but we need better options. Decent switch out there. Petrol needs an option. We're going to play it into David. Great turn from David. Unreal turn from David. Can he keep going all the way here? Goes inside. Oh, can't get it over though. But it is still alive. Keep it alive here, lads. Keep possession and we'll win this game. Pedro Porro looking to bounce down this wing. Does really well. How's he not read that? Going to go inside to Wirtz. Same wing we attacked last time. Wirtz looking for something here. Trying to pull it back. And it goes out for a corner kick. Gibbs White comes on for Wirtz. No James Madison today. I'm totally honest, boys. I'm tempted to just hold in the corner. Do I be that guy? And I'll tell you what, I bloody well am. We want to complete this challenge. This is the best time to do it on a potential treble. We're going to play it with Son. I can't believe I'm holding it in a corner on a career mode. We're going to pitch it around the pitch and they're not going to expect this pass. Goes into a Dogi. A Dogi, 2 minutes left. That should be pretty much it. We're going to wait into the back post. It's number 19. Oh, we couldn't get it. But that should be it. The ref, you've got to blow the bloody whistle. Tactical fouls on Pedri, but it doesn't matter. It's 4-3. We have won the Champions League. Spurs have done the treble in the FA Cup, the Premier League. And they finally get their hands on the Champions League. In 2019, they did the miracle against Ajax, but they fell short to Liverpool in the final, losing 2-0. But a couple years down the line, Angie has been sacked. The Kangaroo have come in and reformed this team and rebuilt it into what you can see on your screens now. It is unbelievable. Couple of players on this pitch. For me, the best player has got to be Jonathan David. He is unbelievable. I said it when we signed him. He was going to be the difference maker. He was going to be the striker to the very end. And it only took us 3 seasons. I was scared to go into season 4. I thought we could potentially bottle the Champions League right there when we was 2-0 down to Barcelona. But these boys proved me wrong. We stepped up. Harry Kane left us. He had a shocker because he could have got his hands on this Champions League. So I would have kept him in the team. But Heung-min son, the vice captain, the new captain of Spurs, lifts the title high to the mighty Spurs. He will be returning back to England and will be the first in Spurs' challenges completed. We will take it. That made no sense, but we continue on. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go check out the squad hub. Let's see who are the outstanding players. And there's one individual who I think could win the Ballon d'Or. Let's have a look. And it is, oh my God, 45 in 15 assists, 30 goals in 30 in the Premier League and 10 assists. If this kid does not win the Ballon d'Or, I do not know. You can see it with Florian Wirtz as well. He had an outstanding season, more than Madison. I mean, that's why I brought him in, because he can get the stats that Madison couldn't in the previous seasons. Heung-min son, decent season once again. Timo Werner as well. I mean, 11 goals in the Premier League, 8 and 2 in the Champions League, in the FA Cup as well. Not too shabby indeed. We'll take out Benacer with 10 goals, and DM was impressive. Chouameni with 11 assists. It's not too shabby indeed. I'm actually surprised how did Madison get on. I wonder if he actually got a lot of game time. I'd be surprised if he wasn't hand in a request. I'm going to try and find it here. Let's have a look. Oh, he does have submitted a transfer request. He did play 23 games, but even that, I mean, 18 appearances and only 2 assists. It's safe to say in this career mode challenge today, it wasn't James Madison's time within the 3 seasons. Before we do end the nation, let's have a look at my career and the statistics. It took us 160 games, 105 wins, 26 draws, 29 losses to get the trophies we required and the rebuild to be completed by myself right there. So if you did like this challenge, ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.